Good morning.
Morning.
I'd like to call to order the pre-commission of the Jefferson County Commission, January the 19th, 2021. We have two commissioners present in the chambers, and I see two on Zoom. Is Commissioner Scales there?
My video need to be started.
Okay. Well, we have four commissioners present. I'd like to call the meeting to order. If Mr. Cal Market, would you lead us in a word of prayer, please?
Yes, sir. Dear Lord, thank you for this day. Thank you for the beautiful sunshine. Lord, we just pray that everybody in our country will turn away from our selfish desires, our worldly desires, and focus on you and love you with all our heart, mind, soul, and strength. If we do that, Lord, then we'll love each other. In Jesus' name I pray, amen.
Amen. Thank you. We'll just go right down the order. Commission District 1, Public Works, Community Services, and Intergovernmental Relations Committee. There are two items from Environmental Services, is the entirety of the agenda. One is from Rev Construction, Jackson Heights Pump Station Elimination Project, and the other is an S&P liner. It's for sanitary sewer rehabilitation, 73,000 feet of 8-inch and 24-inch.
And I would guess that's kind of spread out over the county.
Yes, sir.
From one stretch. I move but 1 and 2.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye. Okay. Now we're on Community Development and Human Resources. Commissioner Tyson.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Right now, we have Department of Community Development, Services and Workforce Development. We have 1 through 14.
1 through 14.
We have a motion.
As a second.
I'll second it, Commissioner.
Just
Say
1
this
through
first,
14.
second, all in
Uh-huh.
favor, say aye.
Aye.
And that's in my report.
Okay, thank you. Next is Administrative and Infrastructure Committee. We have roads and transportation items. 23 items concerning your roads and transportation. Are there any that a commissioner would like to pull for separate consideration?
I would just like to, on number 12, the ordinance prohibiting persons from driving trucks on Mohican Drive in Forestdale. And it says, an ordinance to prohibit any person from driving any truck. Now, if somebody lives around there and they got a pickup truck, I would assume that's not what the intent is.
Yeah, Heather, have you got the resolution?
I'm looking for it.
Yes, sir. It says except for local deliveries, it shall be, unlawful for persons to drive trucks, and the trucks meet the definitions of the semi-truck. The issue is large, heavy truck traffic that they've been parking a semi on the road, and it's been obstructing the road.
I get the intent. Maybe we ought to just say over 2 axles.
Can you clear up that definition of a truck for the resolution, Heather?
Yeah, we just look at GVW, so anything over a certain GVW is prohibited unless it's.
We can.
I know that's picky.
What would that number be?
Off the top of my head, I don't want to commit to anything, but it's intended to restrict only
Right.
the larger trucks, the semis, so that's
I get it.
52,000 or 80,000. It's not going to affect anything that would go on there locally.
10,000 pounds would be 5 tons. That would be like a 6,500 Chevrolet and under. That'd be the state body.
The placard placarding would be, the placarding is no trucks with semi-trailers.
Okay, I think, yeah, if you
So
could
we can clarify that.
yeah, the plaque, the actual sign shows the truck that is
It shows the different
the,
types.
the
I
type
get
of
it.
truck.
Yeah, I won't do any
We'll
good
clear
though.
that up, so that's a good point, Commissioner.
Any truck though, it's,
Yeah.
you're gonna get some pushback. Well, look at the truck.
You always get something.
All right, I move 1 through 24, or 23.
Have a motion?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Got items from the county attorney, got the minutes from the commission meeting on January the 7th, and then we have a workman's comp settlement claim.
I move 1 and 2.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. We have an amendment from the sheriff on MAC uniform rental or purchasing. You move it? Okay, we have a motion
Move that.
Second.
and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Mr. Tellis, you have a resolution accepting for funds for the COVID Emergency Rental Assistance Program.
That's the new program that went into effect January 1. Jefferson County, being over 200,000 population, will receive, we estimate 13 million. We don't know that number yet, for rental assistance and utility assistance.
In that, oh, hold on, we got another one coming, Commissioner. In a resolution establishing Jefferson County Coronavirus Response Leave Program. You want to
Yeah,
elaborate on that?
The leave program, we went ahead and put it on this agenda, but also it's on the agenda after this meeting today. But what this does is the federal program expired December 31st. We want to continue that program on for our employees that allows them 10 days, 2 weeks if they're quarantined or have the coronavirus, or if they're caring for someone with that.
I will move this, instead of just leaving it open-ended, I'd extend it to March 31st. Is that okay?
We can do that, yeah. And if we need to readdress it, we can, yeah. That'd be good.
That way it's time served, otherwise we're open-ended. I will move,
You want to make that pen and ink?
as you said, it's for the duration of the COVID-19 public health emergency. Let's just say for the duration, until March 31st, 2021.
Okay. We have two resolutions presented by the county manager. One is accepting of funds for the COVID-19 Federal Emergency Rental Assistance Program. The other is a resolution to extend a Coronavirus Leave Act until March the 31st. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Motion? And a second? All in favor say aye. Thank you. I have three items.
Move 1, 2, 3.
Second.
Have a motion and a second from three district items. All in favor say aye. Thank you very much. Commissioner Knight.
Finance, we have items 1 through 7. There's been a pen and ink change on number 3 on the date of 2/13/20 to 12/31. Maybe I've got that. Yeah, it's 12/31 to 12/13. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Have a motion. Do I have a second?
Yeah.
All in favor, please say aye.
All right.
All right, we have BMO with some multiple staff development, and we got sheriff for information only. So do I have a motion on the budget amendment, or budget development, staff development?
So moved.
Have a motion?
I'll second.
All right, have a motion, second. All in favor, please say aye.
All right.
All right, we have budget amendment, position change, revenue change. Mr. Tellis, you want to take this one?
Cal, you
Yeah, this is a position that was in the finance department that supported the munis and all their computer needs. And in order to be more efficient, we're just moving that position from finance to the IT department so that IT can support all those functions and train 2 or 3 people to support them. And that way, if this person's out, we have backup. And Sri and Angela have been talking about it and on the same page, and they got it worked out. So
Okay.
really, it's not asking for more money or an amendment, it's taking out of one department, putting it in another.
Well, that, and I guess we'll make the appropriate budget, amendment at the next budget hearing. All right,
I'll move the item.
have a motion and a second. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Commissioner, we're on page 10. We're on page 10 now. And I have information only at EMA to, record this reimbursement from Jefferson County to assist with an overhead door. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Have a motion, second. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. All right, general services. We got a McDonald Chapel Storm Shelter Utility Service contract for the city of Graysville Gas.
Move the item.
Have a motion
Second.
and a second. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
With human resources,
I'll move the item.
have a motion and a second. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
That'll conclude my report.
Okay. Commissioner Evans.
Just one item for IT, Dell UC Services, to convert from Windows 7 computers to Windows 10.
Move the item. Second.
All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
That ends my report.
Okay, anything else that we have going on?
What is the 10 o'clock?
This-
It's not
it's-
10 o'clock, it's the one immediately,
We didn't go over my committee report, did
Yeah.
we did.
we? You did?
Yeah, we
Okay.
went right over that. We rejected both of them.
Oh, did you? You so kind.
All right, do you have anything pertaining to this meeting?
The 10 o'clock?
No.
No, I'm good.
the-
I'm good.
Anything else coming out of committee meetings? Joe?
No, I'm good. Are we coming back at 10 to do this?
No, we're gonna do it right now, but I just need to
Okay.
close this meeting.
All right.
Lashunda, anything else out of
So
this?
I did have a question. What we're about to, so is this going to take the place of Thursday's meeting?
No.
Okay.
No, this,
What this does is this allows them, when this is payroll week, it allows us not to skip anything.
Okay.
It allows it to move seamlessly. And this was necessary.
this needs to be new bit, this is, extension of the previous meeting because we're doing payroll today.
Okay.
And so we don't want to, have that void from January 1. It's going to create problems for us. So
Yeah.
we just want to extend, we're calling it the Jefferson County Coronavirus Response Relief Program.
Give us the opportunity to close this meeting, then we
Yeah, all
can
right, so
discuss that.
that's what I was asking is, are we reconvening the
We are.
meeting in order to address this?
Yes.
We are.
So then that addresses what you're attempting to do.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and so I did have only one question, it's not a heartburn. I did have a question, it's already been moved, but when we talk about the extension of that, under human services, and, so is that like, for that individual to receive like an increase in pay? What is
No,
it?
his contract expires in February.
Oh, okay, so we're renewing the contract?
Yes.
Okay, very good. That one. I just didn't want to say the name out in public. But okay,
Yeah,
so
we're
that's all, we're
renewing
just
his
renewing the
contract.
contract. How long, what's the length of the
3 years.
contract?
He's been with, 3 years.
Okay, so it's just an additional 3 years?
It's, yes.
Okay. Okay, I just had that question, that's
It's
all.
an extension. Theo, is it 3 years or is it 2 on the extensions on the contracts?
What years? What page is that?
11. Human services, 11.
There being no further business for the committee meeting, it's now adjourned. And as noticed, Jefferson County Commission meeting, virtual meeting via Zoom, like to reconvene for the consideration of one item of new business. Ms. DiLiberto,
We're reconvening January 7th.
January the 7th meeting. Ms. DiLiberto, would you call the roll? Cut you.
Kelly, I'm here, but you're on mute.
I got you. Commissioner Emmons,
Here.
Commissioner Knight,
Here.
Commissioner Scales,
Present.
Commissioner Tyson,
Here.
Commissioner Stevens.
I'm here. Thank you very much. We have one item of new business for unanimous consent and consideration. It's a resolution establishing Jefferson County Coronavirus Response Leave Program. It would be continuing that program that is now in existence. We need a motion for the consideration of one item of new business.
Move the item.
We have a motion and a second. Ms. DiLiberto, would you call the roll, please?
Commissioner Emmons,
Yes.
Commissioner Knight,
Aye.
Commissioner Scales,
Yes.
Commissioner Tyson,
Yes.
Commissioner Stevens.
Yes, thank you. Commissioner, we have that resolution establishing Jefferson County Coronavirus Response Leave Program. Do we have a motion?
Move the item.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion?
Talk about it.
Yeah,
Yes.
I did have one question, Mr. President, as relates to this leave program. Is it going to cover, Mr. Patelis, who does it cover rather than me just?
This is the program that the feds put in place last year. It expired December 31st. What we want to do, we want to just extend that program using our county funds to implement this program. The problem that we're having is we don't want employees showing up at work that may have coronavirus, or we have folks that we have to send home because they were quarantined. So it covers those people up to 10 working days.
So then here's my question. When we speak of the program, are we talking about leave with pay?
No, what we're talking about is so those employees don't have to burn or use their sick leave or their vacation time.
Right, but get what I'm saying?
And Theo can,
Today.
Yep, hold on just a minute, but here's my question. So in the event that X person comes and, they contract COVID, and so, but they have to isolate, my question would be, will they be under this program still paid? It will be a paid leave of absence?
they're using.
That's correct. What it does is it is an extension. Originally, the FFCRA was a federal mandate, so it was required to be done. They gave you the 10 days, whether you were either diagnosed, whether you had a positive diagnosis, or whether you were required to quarantine pursuant to CDC guidelines and the health department. What this does is allows that we are starting our own because it's no longer a federal mandate, but they allow municipalities and entities to voluntarily initiate the program. So this is now the county's own program with an individual. If you have a positive diagnosis or if you are quarantined, you have that additional 10 days, and that is outside of any of your Family Medical Leave Act or the previous federal mandate. So what this does is the county just starts their own program, but it operates under the same guidelines as the federal program did as it relates to 10 days and child care and those kinds of things.
But the question is those people paid?
I'm sorry?
Are those people paid if they are on that? Okay.
Yeah, because that was really my question, is that seeing that we were going to assume the financial responsibility of those employees, I wanted to just make sure, does that mean that they're going to get paid under this particular program that we're about to execute. And I know it's an extension of what we've had, but I also wanted to make sure too, it's for all employees and not, it is for all employees, is that right? Okay. And so let me ask you something, Mr. Patelis. Did we identify a funding source to support this program? Where are we getting the funds
We're
from?
going to be using our general fund money.
Okay, in the amount of?
We don't know what that amount is. I mean, and really what it does, what this program does is, we're paying these people, they're taking sick days.
Right.
We're paying them for their sick days or their vacation days anyway.
Right.
What this does, it just doesn't go against their sick and vacation days.
Right, so then that's really what I'm trying to head off. So if it doesn't impact their sick leave and vacation days, they still are off. Are they getting paid
Yes,
for that time?
yes.
And then I'm gonna be for it, because I'm for the employees. I just want to make sure of where's the funding source. So since we're gonna assume this responsibility, I'd like to know, for how long are we planning to do it? Because I think it would be beneficial for us to know so that we can at least approximate what we think this is going to probably cost us out of general fund.
Well, we just passed something, March, to do this till March 31.
Okay,
We did that
prior
for a
to,
meeting coming up Thursday.
Okay.
That we'll vote on.
okay,
I think this is just to fill the gap between
Okay.
the 31st and
okay.
when we pass this. Is that right, Mr.
Yes,
Hill?
that's right.
And this will, it's funded by the general fund. And what are the parameters? I mean, I could call up and say, hey, I've been exposed, I can't come to work.
No, we have a process in place where we're working, in Sophia's office, legal office. We have a process, and, we've had, in the county, we've had over 100 people who've had the virus. We've had to quarantine a lot of people.
Right.
And so we have a process in place where if somebody says, well, I think I've been exposed, then we go through that process, making sure that they're quarantined and they stay away from the office.
Hey,
Yes.
Tony, didn't, Justin send a resolution out, it was extended to March 31st, right?
This, we can put a date on it, March 31st, and then if we need to extend it again, we can.
Sure.
And we can do that.
And
If
then
we
we're
pass,
gonna do that,
well, if we pass this today, we don't have to pass this on Thursday.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, the main thing is what I was just attempting to make sure is that for that period of time, if we can at least get some sort of indication of what that would look like, because I do think it's going to go past March personally, but at least, while we're in the midst of doing that, I think we've done a great job in working with your office to make sure that I believe that we've done well to make sure that everyone stays employed. We just want to make sure that what does that look like to quantify, from now until March, this is what this can be expected to come out of the general fund.
We don't know, but what we can do is, in March, before this expires, if we need to extend it, then we'll have a breakdown to see, what it's looking like.
Okay, but I'm in support of
I
it.
make a motion to amend the resolution considered for new business. Resolution establishing Jefferson County Coronavirus Response Leave Program, and I guess we will put that in our own from the federal program and adopt it, and put it in effect until March 31st, 2021.
Okay, so move.
We have a motion and a second.
Theo just walked in.
Theo?
I was here, and I just wanted to make sure that
Yeah, we're
we
good.
didn't have any questions about this, but effectively what it does is it creates our own program.
Right.
And so when you were asking kind of how to quantify it, simply put, is most people are exercising those 80 hours. So it would, in short term, you would figure out what it would cost to extend potentially additional sick time based on this particular situation for up to 10 days, depending on the need of the person. But what happens is that our risk management department, in the event that someone tests positive, they notify risk management. We then identify close contacts, and based on those folks that may be close contact, those folks will be required to then quarantine. So they would be able to use that both for quarantine as well as for a positive diagnosis.
All right, but this is something that you guys will instruct and put in writing. And basically adopt the old.
It uses the same, it's the same process, there's no additional benefit, it allows, it's the exact same process, except if we call it FFCRA, that's a federal mandate. So now, we're just adopting that program as a county's program, and it's based on your resolution adopting those same measures. So nothing changes, it starts anew from the date, from January 1st.
Right.
But, so the benefit is that the same, the 10 days, for the child care.
It's a continuation by a different thing.
Right.
Yeah, because it sounds like to me what we're operating off is there's no new precedent. We got a model, we just got a different funding source.
Right.
That's it.
I mean, that's what it sounds like to me.
And an expiration.
It has to be adopted by you guys because it's no longer federal mandate.
Okay.
And other counties throughout the country are doing a very similar thing that we're doing here today.
Okay.
Let me ask this question too.
ratify
As the county attorney, do you foresee, based on maybe some of the intelligence that maybe Wood O'Brien or some of our other federal partners that know what's happening with the federal government this may be funded again by the federal government? Like, we know we're being proactive, and I appreciate what you all are doing to be proactive in trying to cushion it. But do you forecast that the federal government may potentially bring that program back and fund it?
Could very, we hope so, but
Okay.
we know that it didn't make it this go around, and we know that we still have employees that are affected.
Yeah, we still in a pandemic.
And so we just want to make sure that we don't get in a situation from a risk management perspective where you have people that don't feel that they have the time and don't give full disclosure and place
Other people
the
at
rest
risk.
of our employees at risk.
Yeah. Okay.
And we've been very successful in the county as far as, we've had a few incidents with most employees that have coronavirus did not catch it at the courthouse, they caught it at home or somewhere else.
But I get it. I just, like I said, I appreciate the work that you all are doing to be proactive. I mean, that's the key to all of this. I just wanted to see if perhaps, because I do believe it's going to go past March at the rate our cases are going up. Just wanted to see if there's any kind of federal indication that they may look into trying to help us in that regard.
There
will be.
The feds are looking, Congress is looking at it, the president-elect coming in is looking at it. So we don't know what the package would look like, but we're gonna go ahead and do this.
That's right.
If that funding comes through, then that'll be.
We're already in place. Okay.
All right,
That's what I was thinking
Okay.
too.
right.
Move the item.
Okay, I was looking for some clarification before we actually do that. Since, it's been moved. All we're doing now is discussing it.
Oh, okay.
What we need to do, we need to determine, is there any ratification to this process that we need since this is past January 1? Do we need to include that in the language?
If I think it should say it's effective, I think it says the effective date is January 1.
Effective date is Jan, so we're in effect are ratifying it.
So we're just
And
saying January 1 to March 31 right now.
1 quarter. Okay, we have a motion and a second. Ms. DiLiberto, call the roll, please.
Commissioner Amos,
Yes.
Commissioner Knight,
Aye.
Commissioner Scales,
Yes.
Commissioner Tyson,
Yeah.
Commissioner Sticker.
Yes, thank you very much.
And for the note, Ms. Milliford, I guess we'll pull item 2 on page 7 of the
Right.
worksheet, because that's now moved. Under county manager, the
Under
resolution?
the county manager, yeah, that's correct.
Okay.
And what we will do now is we will adjourn the Jefferson County Commission meeting
January 2nd.
of January the 7th. So that won't be necessary tomorrow when we convene, or Thursday when we convene. So I certainly do appreciate everyone. Stay safe. And we'll see you Thursday in Bessemer. The commission meeting is in Thursday. I will have to be there. You can either attend in person or you can attend via Zoom. Both will be available to you. It should be a very short meeting, and I certainly do appreciate everyone. You have anything, Mr. Tiller?
That's all, thank you, Commissioners.
County Attorney, any commissioner?
Are we, I understand there's a lot of, angst in the country about tomorrow, but we're prepared. I don't anticipate anything here, but we're prepared, so, thanks.
Meeting's adjourned.
All right. Did you have an announcement, Reed?
No.
That thing